Okay, in this video we're going to look at finding the least common multiple, and we're going to use our prime factorizations. I'm going to choose three numbers this time as well to make it a little extra challenging. The numbers we're going to look at are going to be the numbers 20, 25, and 40. And the first step is to find the prime factorization for each number. So I'll begin by choosing prime numbers using the repeated division method. So 20 is an even number, it's divisible by 2. I get 10, I'm going to divide that again by 2, get 5. Now I'm going to divide that by 5. I'm going to do the same for the other two numbers right now. So 25 is divisible by 5, and 5 is divisible by 5 as well. 40 is an even number, I'm going to divide it by 2, gives me 20. 20 is even divided by 2, gives me 10. That's also even divisible by 2 again, gives me 5. And 5 is divisible by 5, and I end up with 1. Just a nice little reminder that we know we're finished our repeated division when we end up with 1s as the bottom number. Now I'm going to take the prime divisors, or the prime factors at the side. I'm going to draw this little purple oblong shape around to identify the prime factorizations. And I'm going to rewrite that prime factorization under each one. So the prime factorization for 20 will be 2 times 2 times 5. Prime factorization for 25 is a shorter one. It's simply 5 times 5. The prime factorization for 40, I'll write it, scroll down a little, I'll write it here. It becomes 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Now that we've identified each prime factorization, the next thing we're going to look for are numbers that are common in all three. Now, the only number I can find common in all three is 5. It appears once in this list, once in this list, and once in this list over here. As it appears in all three lists once, I can write it down here. Now, all other numbers appear only once or twice, not on all three prime factorizations. So I'm going to have to, one by one, add each number. So it's going to be 5 times 2 times another 2. I'm going to move over here and choose this 5 times 5. I'm going to move here and choose these other 3 2's. Times 2 times 2 times 2. Now this long number, this long multiplication sentence, the product, the answer I get when I multiply that, will indeed be the least or lowest common multiple for the numbers 20, 25, and 40. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. 5 times 2 gives me 10. Times 2 is 20. Times 5 is 100. Times 2 is 200. Times 2 is 400. Times 2 is 800. So the least or lowest common multiple for the numbers 20, 25, and 40 is the number 800. What were my steps to success? Well, let's quickly bullet point them. 1, find the prime factorizations. So I'm finding the prime factorizations for all numbers. Okay. The next thing I'm doing is I'm identifying common numbers on all three lists. So I'm looking for common numbers on all three, in this case it's 3, on all three prime factorizations. And the third, the last step I'm doing is then multiply all other numbers on the prime factorization, on the PF. Okay, your last step then is multiply to find the LCM. Now, your handwriting is going to be a lot neater than my scribbles here, but hopefully you get the main mathematical concepts and steps as to how you can find the least or lowest common multiple for 2 or 3, in this case 3 numbers, using the prime factorizations, identifying the numbers common on all three lists, and then adding the extra numbers and multiplying.